Okay, today I'm going to change the oil on my Yanmar engine, and this is basically where I keep my oil while underway. I want to have it somewhere that it's not going to break any fittings or anything like that, so I put it in here. That is the head. First thing I have to do is start the engine. So I'm going to open my seacock. Alright. I'm letting my engine idle for about 5 minutes just to warm up the oil. The engine on my island pack is really accessible. You can enter it from this side, from the port side, and you can also open that up and check it out from there. Of course, you want to check your dipstick first. Clean it up as it comes out. Drop it all the way in, all the way. Pull it out. And look at the dipstick. Now this is a weird dipstick because on this side it says it's half full, but on that side it says it's like 3/4 full. So I always go with the 3/4 full. So what I'm doing is I've got this topsider multi-purpose vacuum, and it works with this pump right here and also this hose right here. And I'll show you how to attach it really fast. First, you take this off and you ensure that you have your gasket around this right here because it's going to create a really good seal. And you basically just screw this on like so. Make sure it's nice and tight. Number one most important thing to do when you're doing any of this is make sure you have something on the ground, or your wife or spouse will kill you for getting oil all over the place. The second way, you do it like this, and this one does not have a seal on it, so what I need to do is I need to steal the seal from this and put it on there like so. And then put this on, get a nice good seal right there, and then you push this little doohickey closed, and what that's going to do is it's going to create a super vacuum inside here when you're doing your vacuum. Put that over here, and I'll show you how that all works in a second. Okay, so you bring your whole unit over here. You take out your dipstick like so. I'll just take it out and put it inside your box. You're going to need that for a while. And you slide this hose all the way down to the bottom of your dipstick area. And you give this like 50 pumps. The instructions say to not stand on this, and I was standing on this and it concave, so I guess you got to go with the instructions. So what you do is you basically just open this puppy up, and you can see the oil go right around and right around, and it will go into the tank right here. You give it about 5 or 10 minutes, and then you'll hear it start to sputter. Once it starts sputtering, then it's pretty much got all the oil out of there. Since we're going on an extended cruise from San Diego to French Polynesia, you can never have enough spares. So I got 4 Raycor filters, 4 oil filters, 4 fuel filters, extra spare impeller, and all that good stuff. Make sure you have spares. So the oil is all out of the line right here, but I'm going to close this again, give it a few more pumps, and see if there's any more oil left in there. So that's what you want it to sound like. You'll start seeing this come out and be a little more clear. So this is the oil the previous owner had on board. It's 15 winter 40, and if you go to the book here, it states, I don't know if you can see that, I'll try to put a video on there or a picture on there, but it's recommended for the temperature that I'm going to be in at 20 weight 40 or 20 winter 40. So this should work. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out my hose all the way. And what I do is I kind of put it up here. Got this little area right here. I just kind of sit it up there, and then I'm going to let all the fluid go back down into the pipe, and you can see it kind of slowly going in right there. Just going downhill. I'm going to put my dipstick back in. So I'll put my dipstick in and see if I got all the oil out. Dipstick all the way in. Pull the dipstick out, and it looks bare as a bone down in there. Alright, I'm going to put my dipstick in. Now we're going to take off that oil filter right there. Okay, so we're going to put on this little fella right here. I'm going to pull it to where it's going this way, lefty-loosey. And it's starting to come undone, so I'm going to put this plastic bag around it, and as I pull it off, if there's any excess oil, it goes right into the plastic bag. Looks like there is some, so come on, sucker. Things on there good. All right. So, as you can see, that's why you have that drop cloth down there, and this drop cloth right here, and wearing gloves. So now I'm going to clean all that up and put on the new filter. I buy gloves by the bulk. Okay, so this is my Yanmar part number, and I have a Yanmar 3JH2E motor. So this would be for that motor. And basically I'm going to peel this off. And I'm going to put it right on there. I want to make sure that there's a little bit of oil on this gasket. Kind of grab some oil off there and put it around that gasket so you get a nice good seal. Okay, just try to dry that off a little bit. I'm just going to put this right on there like it just was on there. Make sure the thread is nice, and you can basically go like that. If it's on like that, then you're doing well. You can hand tighten it up to the max amount, and then you just want to give it like a good quarter turn with this. Oh, wrong way. Let's get a good quarter turn. So it's on nice and snug, but not too crazy. And then basically I'm just going to clean all this up, and we're going to add oil next. Okay, I had to put the stairs back because I was coming and going and getting stuff, but I'm going to remove the stairs for a minute and then get to my oil area to where I can put my oil in. Actually, I'm going to go into my little trusty box right here and use this to, there we go. Just give it just that little bit extra. Take this off, make sure you keep it somewhere that you're not going to lose it. Okay, I've got about 1 liter of oil on this one, so I'm just going to pour 1 liter in and just let it slowly go in. And then I'm going to run the engine to get this oil circulated through the oil filter. And then I'll check the dipstick. So basically this engine can run on its own oil fumes. So it's better to not put enough oil in rather than too much. So I put in about 3.5 liters of oil, and I'm at about 1/2, if not a little more, on my dipstick. Whoa, that looks like, oh, that's probably because I just it ran down the dipstick. So I'm at a little bit over 1/2 on my dipstick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that for a little while on my next sail and see if the oil expands. And I would rather have not enough oil in there than too much oil, because then I got to take it all out again, and that's a pain in the butt. Let me tighten this back up. So the oil change is all done, so now we just got to clean up this work. Basically take this and disconnect everything. And I put this into a plastic bag just because sometimes some oil comes out after the fact. Take this, put this up like so. I'll put this in a bag like I just mentioned, but I always want to keep this in this up high so the oil's not getting all over your box. Go back here. This doesn't have the seal on it right now, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this oil that I just took out of my engine, and I'm going to put it into here so I can properly dispose of it, take it to like a Craig and Auto Parts or somewhere that they will take your oil, your used oil. I'll basically pour all that nasty oil in there. This is going to be a boring video, so I'm going to stop it here. Okay, so in theory, I should have taken the same amount of oil out of there that I put into it. So I have about, you can't see it really, but it's about right here. It's at 4 liters, and I put 3.5 liters in. So if we come over here just to check our math, let's check the dipstick really fast. One more time, drop it in there. So it's still at 3/4 on the dipstick, 1/2 to 3/4. So I can still add more oil in there. I'd probably do another 1/2 liter and I'd be just perfect. But I'm gonna let this sit in here for a couple days, and then after my next motor sailing, I'm going to check it again, and I can always add more oil if need be. And that's pretty much it. I got to clean all this stuff up, put my put everything back together, and thank you for watching. I appreciate it.